Hi, I'm Santiago of Miami, Florida. I'm a personal trainer, group fitness instructor, wellness coach, and nutritionist. Additionally, I have over 15 years of experience in food, beverage, and hospitality, spending most of that time back behind the bar bartending. Long, crazy shifts, day in, day out, the nitty-gritty. I completely get what it takes to find balance in your everyday life. I've been there, I've done it. So my history, my background, a little bit about me, right? Well, I started up as a dancer. By the time that I hit my 20s, I found the importance between the athletic movements required to dance, how important it was to also train, right? Finding a level of fitness that complemented my dancing, in addition to eating the right types of foods, getting the right amount of sleep. And as I was doing all of that in my early 20s, I was also already back behind the bar. So to understand what that balance was, I had to play around with different styles of training, different styles of nutrition, finding tips and tricks along the way that worked best for me, that suited my schedule. And from there, I was able to find a passion helping other individuals, which led me into personal training. And now, even to this day, I find the most joy and I take the most pride when I see others succeed. So that's how I'm able to take health and wellness with me every day. It's about getting the joy through other people, having joy through my clients, and being able to motivate them day in and day out. And that also does include what I do for my training, right? I block out a little bit of time every single day. I aim for 45 minutes to 60 minutes, at least 5 days a week. I mix up my workouts. Some days it's resistance training, some days it's cycling or yoga or meditation, maybe it's Pilates. I find something that brings joy to me, that makes me smile, that challenges me. And at the end of the day, I can say, I put time into myself, into my wellness, and really putting myself first, right? Which brings me to our purpose of being here today, right? Which is Mindfulness Matters, the January initiative of Focus on Health, and that's in partnership with Perrier USA. So I'm hoping that I could share with you tips and tricks along the way about what it was or what it is that I currently do in order to be mindful in my day-to-day life, what I've been able to successfully do to not just make changes and do it 1 week at a time, 30 days at a time, right? I do changes that I'm mindful of, that I see myself doing out. Maybe it's 2 months, 6 months, a year from now, something that I can carry on to making it a lifestyle change. And that's the most important thing, right? Find something that works for you, that you can carry on through thick and thin for the long term, and getting yourself into an optimal place of happiness and of health. Mindfulness in the food, beverage, and hospitality industry is a huge topic of concern, right? Because what is hospitality? But it's taking care of others, putting somebody else's needs genuinely first before yourself. And what I've run into over the years of, once again, being behind the bar, in front of the bar, working at all different establishments, is that you bend over backwards sometimes, right, for somebody else. But at the end of the day, who's taking care of you? Who's doing for you as you do and provide for with others? So mindfulness in this case means to me is that you're aware of these boundaries, you're aware of the situation, because unless you're aware, you can't ever make a change. You can't ever adjust something, right? You have to start from the inside out. And bringing attention to it is the first step. So knowing that your health and your wellness come first and foremost, right? Maybe it's not in that very moment, in that very afternoon, but the grand scheme of that day, of your energy, your awareness, right, is to put yourself first. So that's, maybe it's pre-planning your meals, bringing your own meals with you to work, having the option and the opportunity to do so, because it's going to just, in the long term, allow you to succeed and to really have longevity in this industry, because hospitality can be a wonderful, very rewarding industry to be a part of, right? And unless, once again, you put time into yourself, it's going to be hard to have that longevity, because what's required of our bodies is sometimes insanely crazy, right? The long hours, the amount of physical impact that it takes on us, our joints, our back, our knees, shoulder. I mean, you name it. I've had, even from the fitness perspective of things, I've had clients come to me or friends or coworkers, colleagues that started off that ended up as clients in the fitness department. Why? Because they saw that I was able to make a shift and able to make a balance of it all, and they wanted me to help assist them with how they can balance it out too. So longevity is important, and in order to see that level of success, you have to really take time for yourself, right? You are important, and always remember that. Any kind of tips I can share with you? So I just mentioned food preparation. Once I kind of figured out a schedule and I was like, you know what? I need to be able to eat and eat on my terms. Eat the foods that make me feel good, that don't make me feel sluggish, that allow me to be running from point A to point B consistently and constantly, really. And really just kind of, once again, add more value than take away. So if you have that opportunity to, prepare your own foods, plan out your own meals. I am a big fan of that. Stay hydrated. That's going to give you so much more energy than you can ever imagine. If you have headaches, you have any kind of muscle cramping, hydration is a big component to a lot of those like aches and pains and things that might be nagging on us and weighing us down. So anything that has to do with my current stand, my current position, my knowledge is based off of my story, where I've been, what I've done. So about 7 or so years ago, I started getting more so into the bodybuilding world of fitness. It was a new exploration, something new that I knew nothing about. And at the time, I was also bartending full time. And my story it goes a little something like this. I'm gonna say 8 out of 10 times, it would be, well, why are you doing that? Wait, but bodybuilding, you're gonna look like a man. You wanna look, manly and masculine, and just lots of negative talk, lots of disheartening comments. Fitness and nightlife, they don't always seem to see eye to eye, but especially coming down here to Miami, it was really interesting to me where the looks, the appearance of people who worked in the industry were held like on a pedestal, right? But yet you want me to indulge in these unhealthy lifestyle habits that then make it really hard for my appearance to take place, right? So I always found that, like, especially in Miami, I had a really hard time adjusting to that, coworkers wanting to go out either after work. If I worked, already in the evening times or late night, they'd want to go after hours party. And I'm like, I really can't, I have either a commitment in the morning, or I'm training in the morning, or if I was working daytime, right? It's okay, let's go and party until 5, 6 in the morning, and then you're on shift by 9 a.m. outside in the heat. It just, for me, that lifestyle personally didn't really speak to me. So it wasn't until when, I had coworkers asking me, hey Jess, why, aren't you coming out with us for drinks? Why don't you do X, Y, and Z, right? And I really kind of voiced my opinion, and I expressed to them, what my stance was, about my lifestyle and finding balance. You can't do one way or another way all the time. It's not 110% go. It's, once again, it's 50-50. You have to be mindful about the balance that you have. And that's why I've been able to see success for so many years, being, balancing out lifestyle, fitness, hospitality, nightlife, setting myself with boundaries and restrictions. And sometimes that's really hard to do, and it's really challenging to say, to put up walls for yourself. But it's not even a wall. Think of it as, it might be a challenge that you're setting up now, but it will allow you to bigger, greater goals, to be able to achieve greater obstacles in the future, right? So keep striving, keep pushing, keep positive. Maybe you write yourself out a vision board. Maybe you do a 4-week challenge. Maybe it's a 6-week challenge. Maybe you do something with an online group, right? Find people that you can connect with. And for me, I was extremely lucky in most of my work circumstances, I was able to find somebody else who also connected with me in fitness, and we became, whether it was workout buddies or they would come and join me and take a class with me, and I had coworkers taking classes with me, and I still do now, which is an amazing thing that I've been able to carry on my energy, my motivation, my passion of fitness and wellness to others by showing them what it is that I do that works for me. So if I can motivate you by anything it is that I do, I mean, that's not the intention, but I just find it, once again, a lot of pride in the work that I do and a lot of purpose in the work that I do, because if I can inspire or motivate just even one person through any of this with a focus on health and mindfulness matters, then I feel successful. I feel that I've achieved what I set out to do, and I've also hopefully I present to you Some Like It Hot. Just a word of caution, this one is not for the faint of heart. It definitely brings the heat, just like here in Miami. So, my inspiration, I wanted some tropical citrus flavors. Yes, there's pineapple juice, you have fresh lemon and lime. I also wanted it to be inspired by anything that has benefit, right? If it has health principles, health benefits to it, and it's good for me, then yeah, why not go for it? It tastes great as a nice, beverage. Also, while out in this hot Miami sun, I want something that's going to keep me refreshed, right? And it's going to keep me hydrated. So I've already pre-measured out all of my ingredients here for you. So the first thing that you're going to want to do is get yourself some shakers or something that you can stir around your ingredients in, because this will be shaken. All of the citruses and our sweetener will be put into here first. So starting off right here, you have 2 ounces of pineapple juice. Pineapple, it's great because it's high in vitamin C. It also helps to build your immune system, because there's enzymes that help along with that. So whether it's pineapple juice or fresh pineapple, get it in however you can, right? There we go, so 2 ounces right there. Second up, we have lime juice. Went with 3/4 ounces of lime juice. Now notice that this is for the fresh pressed kind. It's not some type of like a syrupy, sweetened lime juice. So you want to go for fresh. Fresh is best. Here we go with vitamin C and antioxidants. So 3/4 ounce fresh lime juice. Next up, you have its little helper, its helping hand, its partner in crime, lemon juice, all right? 3/4 ounces as well. Lemon juice, or lemons, are just great for promoting hydration. Once again, the hot summer heat here, especially I've worked outdoors before in Miami Beach. Whew, you want to keep as hydrated as you can. Lemon is fantastic for that, all right? In addition, it helps with fresh breath, right? Whether it's you're drinking lemon juice or maybe just a lemon wedge in your mouth, you want that nice fresh breath. You want to keep something that's just light and refreshing. So lemon juice is amazing, in addition to aiding with any kind of indigestion and digestion situations one might happen to arise. Next up, ginger. Now this is going to be the ingredients that is going to stir up some of those spicy, zesty flavors. So if you are one of those erring on the side of caution, you might want to go with less ginger or should I say more pineapple juice. So I went with 2 ounces fresh press. Now I pressed this myself, did not cut it with any water or lemon. There are like pre-made health shots that are of ginger, but notice if there is another ingredient in there, because if there is, let's say, water or lemon juice added to it, you might want to actually increase this, okay? So play around, listen to, what those ingredient labels say to you, but this is just a 1/2 ounce of ginger. So ginger right here, lots and lots and lots and lots of energy, okay? If you are somebody who maybe doesn't really care for the traditional varieties of caffeine like coffee, and if you're like myself that just really can't stand those sweetened energy drinks, right? I'm not one of those, I'm not one for that, okay? I'd rather ginger because of the principles and the benefits, right? It's an antioxidant. It helps with inflammation. It fights germs, soothes sore muscles. I know I'm one of those. I've been on shift, right? My lower back is aching, my knees, my hips, my feet, whatever it is, right? Things are just sore. So looking once again, health benefits, ginger, one of my favorites. So I went with half an ounce right there. Typically, I try to, at best, avoid any kind of sweeteners or sugars in anything that I drink, even anything that I eat. But one exception that I do make is going to be honey. So I went with a honey water that I made myself. It's just a 1:1 ratio, so equal parts of hot, when I say hot water, hot steaming water, and local organic honey. Why local? Because it's going to help your immune system build up tolerances to whatever the local allergies or allergens in the air may be. So if you are an allergy sufferer, definitely do some more research, homework into the local honeys in your area. And this is just a great way to add a little bit of sweetness, a little bit of flavor to this drink. You can also, there's so many other benefits to honey. So hey, cheers with that one, right? You've got half an ounce. Once again, this is one of those ingredients where not for the faint of heart. I've got some cayenne pepper right here. If you are super sensitive, or maybe you even have an allergy to pepper, you may want to cut this ingredient out altogether. Or if you're just super sensitive to spice, just when I say a dash, I mean the smallest little dash. Now, I happen to like spicy, so you know, I play it up a bit. So those are all of your ingredients that you're going to want to place into your shaker. Now, I'm a big fan of like mise en place, everything in its place. So I already have my glassware here. I went with this Collins glass. And also presentation, right? If you want to make yourself feel grown and sexy, you have this beautiful, delicious drink. I'm going to actually garnish it. So what I did was that local organic honey. I'm going to do like half a rim of honey right here. Let's see. And then I made like a 50-50 split of sea salt and tahine. Tahine, if you have not tried it, and I will say, I didn't learn about this one until Miami, and wow, has my life changed. You can season and spice anything with it. But yeah, so once again, 50-50 split. Now you can make this look as pretty as you'd like, or as messy, right? There we go. So have your the half rim. Set myself up with my ice. All right, everything is ready and set to go. Here, I've got my ingredients. I'm gonna shake this on up, add some ice. Adding some ice right into it. Now you want to really shake this up well, right? Have all of those flavors mixed in together. All right, there we go. Give it a nice little hit to the side. Grabbed my strainer. Have everything all ready and set to go. Now, when all said and done, you should have this like golden yellow, almost like a mustard color and finish to it. So there you go. You can see the coloring. And I decided I wanted to use the Perrier Pineapple Expressions, and I'm going to top this one off. Now, depending on your glass, or the size of your glass, or and other varieties, maybe you cut the ginger, whatever it might be, right? You can use a little bit more, a little bit less, but it's approximately half if it can. And then, of course, we cannot forget to garnish it. So I went with my nice little umbrella. There's a super tasty dried pineapple on here and a piece of candied ginger. So there you go. Some like it hot. Cheers. Oh, this is so tasty. Super, super tasty. Well, it's just about that time here for me in Miami to say my farewells and my goodbyes. But first, before I do that, I want to do a huge thank you to Focus on Health and Perrier for partnering up with me on this amazing initiative for January, which is Mindfulness Matters. Now, for more information about Mindfulness Matters and Focus on Health, go check out fohealth.org. Once again, it's fohealth.org. mindfulnessmatters.org. And before I finish up for the evening here, I just want to share, I want to do a little call out, a call of action, okay? What can we do as a food, beverage, and hospitality community to make our needs, all right, our health, it's important. There's no debate about it. It's important. What are we going to do about it to put it at the forefront of conversation, especially more than ever in the world that we live in, dealing with the current pandemics and the state of the world, right? Health is important. There's no debate about it, right? So what I say is see something, say something. If there's something that you can add to a situation at work, right, to your work environment, what can you do to make it healthier, to make it safer for you and those around you, okay? Maybe you're in a work situation where you have an employee cafeteria or employee meals, right? Many places do have them, we utilize them, we get it, and it's an amazing added perk to being in our industry, right? But sometimes they're not always the healthiest of food choices. So if you have that chance, maybe it's speaking to the chef or whoever the coordinator is of those staff meals or that employee cafeteria, speak with them and see, maybe there's a compromise, some common ground that you can come into so that you have healthier choices and you're hydrated and you're fueled and you're prepared for those long hours, those hard long hours on your feet, right? Think of it as an athlete. You really truly are an athlete behind the bar, an athlete on the floor. If you don't treat your body as such, then you're not going to get the best results, the best efficiency out of our tools, which is our body, okay? So see something, say something. Maybe you're organizing an online challenge, right? Nowadays, we might not be able to come together in person, but there's so many virtual opportunities to see your coworkers, see your colleagues, whether it's weekly, monthly, whatever it is. Maybe there's some type of a fitness challenge, something that you do daily. You start a group chat, you check in with each other, okay? Because when you have the support of many, it's going to be easier to take some of these lifestyle changes, right? To truly make it a lifestyle change, not something that's just going to last a month, 30 days, but something that you see onto, maybe we aim for it. New Year's of 2022, have you still kept those same habits, right? And if you have, amazing, good job to you. Now push it even further. What can you do to take your health and your wellness and take it to the next level? Okay, this is how I challenge my clients, right? Do it for yourself because you want to, because it makes you feel good, and also for the helping of others. If we're in hospitality, the thing that we do best is we take care of other people, right? It's a natural instinct. It's something that we do from deep within, okay? It's not something that we have to fake. It's something that we are truly passionate about. But on the flip side, when we are spending so much time taking care of others, who's taking care of us, right? That's the big question of the day here. So put that time into it. And that's about it. That's all she wrote. So thank you again so much. I'm Jess Santiago coming to you from Miami. Remember, side of caution, it's a little spicy, it's a little zingy, kind of like me. Well, you have yourselves an amazing time with Mindfulness Matters with January 2021, and I hope that we all get to meet again soon.